As in this entire bullish channel, it is filled with strong selling aggressiveness. An event that caught our attention a lot, as the retail investor is seeing how the price keeps rising as we have no ego when it comes to predicting the future of the market, and here a short-term movement could be profitable. But what we need to pay attention to right now is this significant event. Here, the big question is how smart money can make the next move. Let's analyze the recent event that happened in the Bitcoin chart, which we will give tremendous importance to. As I'm pointing out right now, you can see how the price of Bitcoin has finally broken through a defensive area that we considered important. Remember how we were observing a similar trend line here, and it was the same one that seemed to justify this defensive zone. These sellers appeared to be taking control, and that's why it made sense. And by zooming in, maybe going to the 15-minute time frame, looking for an operational idea regarding this structure, and here, in any case, looking for a bearish entry in anticipation of a significant bearish move, something significant. Well, as you know, in Crypto Insight, we work with partial profits as we have no ego when it comes to predicting the future of the market, and here a short-term move could be profitable. But what we need to pay attention to right now is this significant event. And if you're wondering why we need to go to the 1-hour time frame, well, remember that for weeks we've been seeing on an order flow chart, on a chart like this, that this entire bullish channel is filled with strong selling aggressiveness. An event that caught our attention a lot because the retail investor is seeing the price constantly rising. But if we analyze the inside of the candles, we see what's really happening, and we see nothing but strong selling pressure. That's why we often expect a climactic, bearish, and tricky event. Well, under the narrative that this defensive zone is being breached as it just did, it can lead us to believe that these sellers can no longer protect their position. Therefore, we can expect the classic climactic bullish action. A climactic action that we would be observing as the final point to all this work of macro compression against a relevant level. Therefore, we would then expect a structure breakout and seek that bearish retracement, because I mentioned earlier, what we're seeing here is strong selling aggressiveness. What are we going to pay attention to now? Well, look, this event is undoubtedly important, as I mentioned earlier. In the end, the price is simply recovering the defensive zone, and now it has come to validate it. In the end, you already knew the speech beforehand. If we saw this type of event, what we would prioritize for the immediate and short term after seeing this event that just happened is to look for that climactic bullish action. And now tell me, what do you think about it? Leave your opinion in the comments. And if you like the content, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so that YouTube notifies you of future posts. Now, let's switch to a 15-minute time frame and pay attention to the following. Well, this morning, in the early hours, I had an early connection, and we were evaluating this trend line that I'm drawing right now. Here, we were observing an advanced micro compression, which in the case of Kelcrick, in its test, if respected, we might have an opportunity to go long. However, I cautioned the members to be cautious because we don't know if the price will go up from this point, or if they will use a larger trend line to delay the move. If it makes sense, with a small lot size, look for an entry in case we get lucky, to put it bluntly. This would be the current price point. If you want to go for a single shot, wait for it to go lower. Wait for the price to show us interesting points and position yourself well in the market for a long idea. But now the price has already developed somewhat, so I will update everyone on what I think is happening in this quote. So, what are we evaluating in the end? The breach of the reverse defensive zone. It has been confirmed. Being bearish for the immediate term is making less and less sense given everything I explained in previous videos. So, what we are evaluating is a compression at this level. A compression at this level that we hope will move upward. And now, on the order flow chart in the 1-hour time frame, and here we were evaluating the breakout and validation. What we're seeing here is how they bought the drop on the structure and how in the immediate candle, buying continued, and they were able to lift the price. An event that we consider genuinely relevant. But be careful, we're going to update the structure a bit now. Our crick would be passing here, and right now, they would be piercing it. If we look at this in a 15-minute order flow chart, what we see is as follows, which is this yellow line. In this time frame, we are observing how the price came to validate the test here. Sales were absorbed, attempts were made to sell, and most importantly, here we see a significant selling operation, the clear result of which did not succeed, and this is giving the price a boost to move upward. In a 4-hour time frame for the order flow chart, what we are observing is that if this rectangle is the macro defensive zone, it has been recovered here, attempts are made to sell, and the structure is being validated. Subsequently, purchases appear here, and this lower cluster of purchases is currently pushing the price upward. So, the big question here is how smart money can make the next move. And right now, I'm going to share it with you. As you can see during this recording, the price is being rejected at a significant structural level. For an advanced position, it did provide an opportunity for scalping. We needed to pay attention to this new macro structure. A new macro structure that we are currently witnessing in this recording, and it seems that it has had no success. It was attempted but appears to have failed. Well, this could still be an interesting point, but maybe they will take this into account. Do you understand what I mean? In other words, we have an upthrust, a market trap. Okay, what's the message in all of this? Quite simply, we are going to work on this compression, so we will evaluate that the price has its range of movement, even that it could be a trap before a recovery coming to break. In the end, what we are betting on is a bullish outcome, since it has recovered the defensive zone as it has, and thinking about such an important structural validation accompanied by a compression, which is nothing more than a correction related to the preceding bullish impulse. It greatly supports the idea of going long. That's why that type of scalping was good, and it seems not to have prospered. Well, now we will wait for the next opportunity to which we will give free rein, and initially, who knows, maybe they want to come here to test the defensive zone. This could be an option. If we see that it is respected and held, it could be the starting point for that bullish move. In the event that we see this defensive zone not holding, we could then think and wait for a trap that could go for the alpha angle of work. An excellent operational area to work with a tight stop loss to go upward. This is the hypothesis we are working on for Bitcoin, following up on the latest technical analyses published on the channel. And if you're curious about Ethereum, I'll tell you that at this point, we saw an opportunity to go long this morning, and an optimal place to exit the position, without a doubt, was this area. Look at this movement. It could be an interesting point to see if it makes the move. But hey, we also need to let Ethereum take its course, see if they want to work this defensive zone to determine if they want to come and find it, and if it's respected. Then, look for the actual move. Or on the other hand, if they want to create a bear trap, a shakeout, look for liquidations, an ideal buying zone to find the move we are expecting. Now tell me, what do you think about the crypto market? Leave your opinion in the comments. Also, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so that YouTube notifies you of future posts. Good trading, and see you next time.